If you adjusted his wealth for inflation today, John D. Rockefeller wouldn't just be a billionaire. He would be worth over $400 billion. He was richer than Musk, Bezos, and Gates combined at their peaks. But Rockefeller wasn't born with a silver spoon. He was the son of a con artist who taught him that business was a war. He didn't just want to participate in the oil industry, he wanted to become the oil industry. This is the story of Standard Oil and how one man's obsession with order changed the world forever. At age 16, while other kids were playing, John was obsessed with Ledger A. It was a tiny book where he recorded every single penny he earned, spent, or gave to charity. This meticulous accounting wasn't just a hobby. It was the blueprint for his entire life. He started as a humble bookkeeper in Cleveland, Ohio, learning the ins and outs of finance. But in 1863, the world changed. The black gold rush was on. Oil had been discovered in Pennsylvania, and chaos erupted. Prospectors flocked to the region, driven by dreams of instant riches. Most went broke, digging one dry hole after another, losing everything in the mud and madness. While everyone else was gambling, Rockefeller stayed calm. He saw a different opportunity. He realized the real money wasn't in finding the oil. It was in refining it. He opened a refinery. But he didn't run it like a normal business. He was obsessed with waste. He noticed that other refineries threw away about 10% of their oil as useless sludge. Rockefeller saw this not as trash, but as untapped profit. He hired chemists to analyze the sludge and figure out what could be done with it. Soon, they were turning that waste into valuable byproducts: paraffin wax for candles, petroleum jelly for ointments, and even the base for chewing gum. He was the first man to realize that efficiency is the ultimate weapon. While his competitors threw money away, Rockefeller was monetizing every last drop of crude oil that entered his facility. This principle, eliminating waste and maximizing value, would become the cornerstone of his empire. In 1870, he formed Standard Oil. His goal was simple and audacious: total control. He began a period now known as the Cleveland Massacre. In just 4 months, Rockefeller bought out 22 of his 26 local competitors. How did he do it? He was ruthless. He went to the powerful railroad companies and made a secret deal. He promised to ship such a massive, consistent volume of oil that they would have to give him a huge discount on freight charges. But that wasn't all. He added another devastating condition. The railroads had to pay him a percentage, or a rebate, for every single barrel his competitors shipped with them. It was a chokehold. His rivals were trapped. Suddenly, their transportation costs skyrocketed while Rockefeller's plummeted. They were faced with two choices: sell their business to Rockefeller at a low price or face certain bankruptcy. Most chose to sell. His strategy was brutal, but brutally effective. By the time he was 40 years old, John D. Rockefeller controlled 90% of all the oil refined in America. If you lit a lamp in your home during the 1880s, the kerosene burning inside almost certainly came from Standard Oil. You were, in effect, paying John D. Rockefeller. He had achieved his goal. He wasn't just a player in the oil industry. He was the industry. To the public, he was the snake, a monstrous monopolist crushing the American dream. He was targeted by Ida Tarbell, the first great investigative journalist, whose expose on his ruthless tactics shocked the nation and helped turn public opinion firmly against him. The outcry grew so loud that the government had to act. In 1911, the Supreme Court finally stepped in, ruling that Standard Oil was an illegal monopoly. The court ordered the colossal company to be broken up into 34 smaller, independent companies. But here is the irony: the breakup made him even richer. As the sole owner of massive blocks of stock in each of those new companies, his personal wealth exploded. And those 34 baby Standards didn't just disappear. They became the energy giants we know today: ExxonMobil, Chevron, and BP, among others. But then, a strange transformation happened. The man who spent the first half of his life accumulating every penny he could spent the second half giving it all away. He founded the University of Chicago and the Rockefeller Institute for Medical Research, pioneering new fields of science and education. His philanthropic funding helped eradicate devastating diseases like hookworm and yellow fever, saving millions of lives around the globe. He gave away over $540 million before he died, the equivalent of billions in today's money. John D. Rockefeller was a man of contradictions, a ruthless monopolist who became one of history's greatest philanthropists, a cold-blooded businessman who never missed a Sunday at church. He once said, "The growth of a large business is merely a survival of the fittest." Whether you see him as a hero or a villain, you cannot deny his impact. From his humble Ledger A to the global empire he commanded, Rockefeller didn't just build a company. He built the modern world. What do you think? Was Rockefeller's monopoly a necessary evil for progress, or was he a villain who got away with it? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for our next deep dive into the titans of history.